everyone, how are you? Thanks for stopping by for today's video. Today's video is on the book Chasing Her by Kat T. Masen. It's part of her Dark Love series. This is book 3. I have done videos on the previous 2 books, which are Chasing Love and Chasing Us. I loved those books. I will make sure to include them in the description box below. It's been a while since I've read them now, and I talked about in the first video for Chasing Love how I wasn't gonna read the books. I've read a few of Kat's books, but that was a book I wasn't sure I could read, and I know I'm dancing around it. So if you've read those previous books, then you know what I'm talking about. There's something part of the subject matter that I just completely stay away from when I'm reading usually. But I was so glad that I took the chance and I read them, because wow, what a freaking journey. And let me tell you, the journey was not over. This series, oh my gosh, knocked my socks off. I was really excited to finally get to Chasing Her. I kind of forgot, because it's been a couple months, I'll be honest. I kind of forgot. I mean, I remembered who the book was about, but I kind of forgot what it was about until I opened it and started reading. Chasing Her is about Julian Baker. Julian is Charlie's ex-boyfriend slash fiance, who we met in Chasing Love and Chasing Us. I have to admit that I didn't really pay attention to him so much. I mean, sure, yeah, I felt bad for him in those books, and you know, he was kind of like the collateral damage from Charlie and Lex getting back together. But that's all we kind of get about him. So I was interested to kind of see where this book was going to go with him. I did also know, because I'm in Kat's Facebook group, that technically it's considered a stalker book. If you look around my channel a little bit, you'll notice that I have been better about trying to assign the books that I read to these specific tropes, so you can find the recommendations that I'm making. And so this was considered stalker, and I thought, oh my gosh, okay, Julian, what are you doing? If you draw a line there, you realize that Julian has spiraled after his breakup with Charlie, and life is not going well for him. I really had no idea who Julian was as a character when the book started. Just what we knew from the previous books. And so it's really sad. We learn a lot more about him. Obviously, it's his book. He's having trouble moving on. His life has taken a complete downward spiral. He's lost his job. He's done drugs. He's been evicted, he's moved, he's just in a terrible place that he can't really seem to get himself out of. He's even moved across the country because she moved across the country with her family. You know, he's kind of like that. And I thought, oh, I was going to be a little disappointed if that's how the whole book was. Stalker is not really, I should say, a genre that I read a lot in. Believe me, I can't imagine trying to write a stalker and write somebody who has those kind of obsessive feelings, so hats off to the authors that do. Within the first couple of chapters, I was like, yep, he's totally creepy, and I'm completely creeped out. And here was where I was like, oh boy, here we go. We are definitely in Stalker Town. Without fail, she's been here every Tuesday for the past 3 months. She always looks flustered when she comes in, rushing with her order of double mint hot chocolate, replacing the long black she always orders. Last Tuesday, she was extra flustered, but F, she looks so gorgeous when she is. Seeing her pregnant is like a double-edged sword. I yearn to watch that glow she gives off, but the evident growth of her stomach reminds me it's his, and it kills me. Another man is touching her. I was sad for him. But also I was like, oh, we're going down that road. And like, it gets worse. He does things that I was like, oh my gosh, he has lost the plot. And then there was this part that made me really sad. The familiar feeling of loneliness consumes me at this vulnerable moment. The feeling of being alone, of being unloved, knowing there isn't anybody out there thinking about you right now. No one to open the door when you arrive home, jump into your arms, tell you how much they've missed you. No one to look into your eyes and feel their gaze penetrating every part of your soul. I mean, that was sad. And I was like, oh my God, is the whole book going to be like this? Julian does realize, and this is where I really liked, and I was like, okay, phew, like we're moving on from this. Julian does realize that he needs help, and he starts to go get help, and he goes to a support group. Some of these characters in the support group, your heart just broke for, but yet they also made you laugh, and there was a lot of comedic humor in the book from this support group that I really liked. Julian says about the support group, Thursday rolls around, and before I know it, I'm back sitting in the circle of troubles. I mean, it was kind of funny. But then Hazel, who's the head of the group, you know, kind of the therapist, says something that I just loved. Understanding the roles people play or played in our lives gives us a sense of comfort and sometimes closure on events that are beyond our control. And isn't that just the truth? I really liked that. I kind of sat up and took notice at that time because what was happening around, I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Oh my gosh. I had like a holy crap moment. I totally forgot something until I read this. I'm continuing to watch her because something is nagging me. This feeling of familiarity and racking my brain is getting me nowhere. The group continues to talk about a field trip next Saturday. I pay absolutely no attention because Mystery Girl is watching me. She continues to stare at me, her bleak eyes shadowed by dark circles. Her eyebrows rise slightly as we continue this game of curiosity. Around us, everyone stands. I say goodbye, breaking my gaze. Penny is warning Hazel about her fear of roosters and how if we see one on the field trip, she may piss in her pants. Her words, not mine. Julian? The voice is beside me. She's so close. Her scent of sweet candy lingers around us. Yes, nice to meet you. I extend my hand as a polite gesture, hoping she introduces herself. What's wrong, Batman? Cat got your tongue? Okay, you got me there. You look familiar, but hey, my mind could be playing tricks on me. No point in hiding the obvious in this group. It's like one big effed up family in here, she states. Yeah, but it kind of makes me feel normal. I wait eagerly, and after a few moments she extends her hand and shakes mine. Adriana, she says. Nice to meet you, Adri. I cut myself off mid-sentence. Adriana Edwards? Adriana, Charlie's best friend, Lex's sister. Oh my God. Like, what? What? How is this gonna go down? And then a little bit later, this is what Julian says. Standing in front of my building, I look up into the sky, attempting to communicate with the universe. Are you effing kidding me? What the F are you trying to do? The purpose of this group is to forget and move on, but no, you throw someone else in the mix to test me beyond my capability. So she's off limits, not that I'm looking for my soulmate at this meeting. Just stay away from her. You can do this. I'm so effing screwed any way I turn. I need to let off steam. Something to distract me from this bullshit excuse of a life I'm dealt. I mean, if this isn't what amazing books and love stories are made of, I don't know what is. So at that point, you're just kind of like, what? How? What? You know? And we kind of like get a cliffhanger there. I mean, there's a little bit after that, but we know that there's Chasing Him coming next. And I was really excited because I had that on my Kindle. So off I went to read Chasing Him. Let me know if you have read Kat's Dark Love series and if you were as wholly surprised about Julian and all of this as I was. While you're here, I would love for you to take a moment to consider subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. When you do that, it not only helps my channel, but it will help this video get shown to more people here on YouTube. I welcome you to come over to my social media, which is Kat Reads Romance on Facebook and Instagram. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye!